justice now! We want 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 justice now!
Have you decided which company you're targeting for the placements?
I'm really aiming for the top tech firms, but I'm also considering higher studies.
We need to stand together for real change. Our community deserves better.
deserves better.
If you lived inside a massive, unfair system, what would you do? Would you stand outside and yell about how broken it is? Or would you grab a wrench and try to fix the plumbing yourself? Arvind Kejriwal started with the wrench. He trained as a mechanical engineer before joining the Indian Revenue Service as an elite tax official. He spent years here, working deep inside the government bureaucracy as a high-level rule enforcer. But his personal life didn't match the bureaucratic mold. He is a strict vegetarian who practices the silent meditation of Vipassana, and he considers himself a devotee of B.R. Ambedkar's social justice ideals. From his position inside the tax office, he could see exactly where the public's money was leaking away. He realized that merely enforcing the rules wouldn't stop the corruption rotting the building's foundation. So he took a major risk. He resigned from his secure government career to become a full-time citizen activist. His primary weapon was the right to information law. It forces your local school to publish a report showing exactly where your cafeteria money went. He used this tool in a movement called Parivartan to expose local scandals, like ration dealers stealing subsidized food. By showing the poorest citizens how to fight corruption at the grassroots level, he earned the prestigious Ramon Magsaysay Award. But after years of protests and filing paperwork, Kejriwal reached a limit. Yelling from the sidewalk didn't change who was managing the building. In 2011, millions of Indians were in the streets protesting government scandals. It was the perfect environment for a different kind of leader. Kejriwal moved from activism into formal politics, founding the Aam Aadmi Party, the common man's party. The results were staggering. In the 2015 Delhi elections, his brand new party won 67 out of 70 seats. He was sworn in as chief minister, walking back into the halls of power he once spent his days protesting. Now, he had to prove he could actually govern a megacity without turning into the system he promised to replace. His strategy focused on decentralization. Think of a school where, instead of the principal making every choice, you give that budget directly to individual classrooms so they can address their specific needs. He applied this to healthcare by building hundreds of small neighborhood clinics. These Mohalla clinics provided free medicine and doctor visits right down the street, allowing residents to bypass the crowded mega-hospitals. Showing that decentralized services could actually work in a city of millions made him incredibly popular with voters, but it also made him a target for his political rivals. When you disrupt a massive bureaucracy, that bureaucracy often pushes back with lawsuits, investigations, and political roadblocks. This friction peaked with the Delhi liquor scam. Federal agencies accused his government of changing alcohol tax policies to favor private firms in exchange for bribes. In March 2024, the situation escalated. Kejriwal was arrested by federal agents, becoming the first sitting chief minister in the history of India to be taken into custody. He spent months in a maximum security prison, while several of his top ministers were also jailed for long periods without a trial. The man who began his public life as India's most famous anti-corruption crusader was now sitting in a cell facing corruption charges that threatened his entire reputation. Released on bail by the Supreme Court, he resigned his post to seek a new mandate from the voters. However, in the 2025 elections, his party suffered a major defeat. In February 2026, a trial court reached a final verdict, completely acquitting Kejriwal and all 22 other accused individuals of every liquor scam charge. The judge ruled that there was no real evidence against him and that the charge sheets had been misleading. From tax offices to jail cells to courtrooms, Kejriwal's path was chaotic and deeply personal. But the neighborhood clinics and the transparency laws he fought for remain part of the city's infrastructure long after the headlines fade.